Hey, this is Josh, and I'm using Screen-O-Matic. Here you see to record this, and of course my email is a place to talk at gmail.com if you want to contact me. I don't know if you're seeing any personal stuff up here, but I'm not going to worry about it. Bottom line is, what I'm trying to do is help people as they're studying Scripture, and I wanted to teach people to use Bible study tools here from. This is crosswalk.com. You know what? Let me show you how to find this better. Let's imagine you're on Google, because most of the world knows how to use Google, and Google's his normal world. So we're going to go to crosswalk.com. Here we go. See, crosswalk.com pops up here. I go to crosswalk.com. Give it some time to open up here. Let me just close Twitter while it's opening. So crosswalk.com, and you're going to get BibleStudyTools.com over here in the box. But I always click on advanced search. You want to skip this just searching the Bible, go to advanced search, because what we're wanting to do is understand the words within the Scripture. So we're going to talk about Matthew 24 today. Any passage of Scripture works. I mean, you use this system to study any passage of Scripture. But we're starting here with Matthew 24 today, because I want to point out, and I want you to see how to discover that sometimes English words don't mean what their Greek counterparts meant. And sometimes we're dealing with translations. I'm going to the King James Version specifically here, because even though other translations interpret this differently and have different words, we still remember and believe the old King James words. For example, Matthew 24 has the word world in it 3 times. The word world shows up in Matthew chapter 24 in verses 3, 14, and 21. Look, here it is in verse 3. What shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? See that word world there? World. In Matthew 24, verse 14, it says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world. And in Matthew 24, 21, it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Okay, so here we have 3 instances of the word world. And all 3 instances of the word world, we assume mean world. We just assume that, hey, we speak English, we think of the word world, we assume they all mean the word world. How many times have you, as a believer, had someone say to you that that before Jesus can come back, the gospel has to be preached to every ta ethne, every people group in the entire world? Well, some of that is based on one of these 3 instances of the word world. But I want you to see that the word world here is actually 3 different words, not the same word 3 different times. Let me close. I can't close screen recorder, so let's just leave it as it is. In Matthew 24, verse 3, we're going to click on the word world. See, when I just hover over it, I get a 165. When I hover over verse 14, the word world, promise it's in there. There it is. I get a 3625, and when I hover over it in Matthew 24, verse 21, I get 2889. Now, why do I get 3 different numbers? For example, if I hover over Jesus, I get 2424. Where's another Jesus? I get 2424. If I hover again over Jesus, let's see. Let's see if I can find Jesus, how many times I can find Jesus in this passage. I just hit File, Control F to search Jesus, and so there it is. Jesus 2424. Jesus 2424. Jesus 2424. Is it in here anymore? Okay, so Jesus' name is in Matthew 24 the same number of times the word world is there. All 3 times, though, Jesus is the same original Greek word. I wonder if the word and is in here a bunch of times. Let's see. And look at that. Look at and. How many times it's in there? Look at this. And is 2532. And is 1161. Different. 1161. 2532. 2532, 1161, 2532, 2532. See how you've got different words for and? Okay, we're not going to focus on the word and today or the word Jesus. We're going to focus on the word world because it's 3 times here. You're going to see it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and all 3 have a different number, 165, 3625, and 2889. Now let's right click. I'm using a PC, so on a PC, not a Mac, I right click world and I hit open a new tab. And I'm going to right click world, open a new tab, right click world, open a new tab. Now I have 3 different words here for world, and I can see in the tabs what those 3 words, the Greek, the transliteration, what that means is we take Greek letters and change them to English letters, and we make an English pretend word. So aeon, not even going to try to say that. Yeah, I am. Ikumene, and cosmos. Aeon, ikumene, and cosmos. Why do we have 3 different Greek words that are all translated as the same English word? Let's go to aeon. Aeon is in Scripture, in the New Testament, 102 times in the King James Version. Usually it's translated ever. 71 times out of 102, it's translated ever. 38 times world. It's translated evermore twice, age twice, eternal twice, miscellaneous 5 times. So we have this word aeon that could mean ever, could mean world, could mean age, could mean eternal, could mean miscellaneous. So what is the proper meaning of the word world in Matthew 24, verse 3? Do you see how there's a big difference between and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the age or world? See how that could be totally different? It's totally 2 different ideas. End of the ever, end of the world, or end of the age. Which does it mean? Now we got in the second place, we got, and this gospel shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all the nations. But does that mean all the world, or does it mean the inhabited earth, or the portion of the earth inhabited by the Greeks, or the Roman Empire, or the whole inhabited world, or the what does it mean? See, it's in the New Testament 15 times, but we don't know what it means. 14 times it's translated world, but it really means these things. It really means the inhabited earth, or the portion of the earth inhabited by the Greeks. So that's awful strange. So there we have 2 places it's strange. The third instance of the word world is down here where it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not seen, which was not since the beginning of the world to this time. Now, when we click on that word world, we come to the word cosmos. Cosmos means an apt and harmonious arrangement or constitution, order, government, ornament. When I think of the word cosmos, I think of the word universe, because it's fast, or the Milky Way galaxy, because it's fascinating how you got the sun and you got these planets revolving around the sun, and they're all revolving in a harmonious arrangement or constitution or order or government. Okay, I'm not going to go into what Matthew 24 means when you understand these words. I personally translate this as age. I think it means the end of the age. I think the kingdom shall be preached in all of, I think this means the Roman Empire of the day. And I think that this means cosmos, the world, the universe. So I'm not going to get into details about what that means and how that changes our eschatology or how that changes our understanding of Matthew 24. What I wanted to do today is simply show you how to go to Crosswalk. So let's do it again. Go to Crosswalk. Let's pretend none of these tabs are open. You can go to Crosswalk. You can hover over a word and get the Strong's Concordance number. You can just directly click on that word, just a regular left click, and it will change the tab you're in and take you from where you were. I don't know why it's acting slow there. And it'll take you to the word aeon. I don't like to do it that way. I prefer to right click on the word world, right click, go to new tab, and to find the words world in there, I go Control F, and that pops up find, and it gives me the world. I type a word in here. I can type in anything. I typed in and before, and it highlighted all the ands. I typed in world, and it highlights all the worlds. So there we go. Typed in the word world, look at it, world, 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 and I go to those words, I right click on them and open a tab. All right, click, open a new tab. Now I have Matthew 24 and I've got the 3 different definitions, the 3 different original Greek words all open here in different tabs ready for me to look at. Does that make sense? Just trying to help you use crosswalk.com, their Bible study tools, to study Scripture. Let me show you one more time how to get here. If you're on Google, you would go Crosswalk. Just type that in, click on crosswalk.com. Once you find crosswalk.com, you should see Search the Bible right here somewhere. There it is, Search the Bible. I click on Advanced Search. Once I'm in Advanced Search, I pick my translation. You got King James, New American Standard. The 2 that have the Strong's numbers are the King James Version and the New American Standard. I usually use the New American Standard. That's my preference. But if you'll notice, if we look up Matthew 24 in the New American Standard, oops, should have typed in 24 there. If we'd have typed in Matthew 24 in the New American Standard, you're going to see that I think we only get 2 instances of the word world. Again, Control F, world. See, we only get it twice. Because in Matthew 24 verse 3, it says age. It goes ahead and changes. It already uses the word aeon to mean age, not world. Okay, hope this helped. Sorry it took so long. I may also post a shorter version of this, but you get the idea. This is how I use crosswalk.com to do some Bible study.